swear sometimes my mind drift. Gotta be supernatural, you make it from down here. Hey, I lost the closest thing to my heart and almost drowned in tears. But granted, Liz was still standing. I would never hide in fear. I stand bold on these 10 toes. Said I was gonna do it and I did it. Niggas talk but them never move by their opinions. I make music for those that love the culture. Women that's in tune with they show you. And all the go-getters that made it over. I do this for the forgotten city of Macon, Georgia. They wrote us off as Otis Redding, but the wait is over.
There we go. There we go. What's going on with y'all, man? It's your boy Mike Ryder, Mr. Accountability, the man behind the microphone. Look, I'm in here, no guest. It's just me, y'all, a safe place to speak. And I can see y'all already done got a hand got right. Come on in if you are new. I'm combining the Twitter with the YouTube with the Facebook. Usually Mike Ryder Talks is live on Facebook only every Tuesday at 7 p.m. What I usually do is interview guests like small business owners, entrepreneurs, forward thinkers, get people on here to share their story, to uplift people, to inspire, to drop gems, drop game, drop knowledge, just to help people out. This is what this is about. I'm all about helping people. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to push everything forward. So as some of y'all know, I do a battle rap podcast with the group. This isn't connected with that. This is just me, you know what I'm saying, my own thing. But tonight we're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. I got my Twitter people coming over. I got my boy, nephew. He's one of the people in my groups on Twitter. It's a battle rap group. Got my man CJC. You know what I'm saying? He usually shows support on the battle rap side. We're going to get into it, though. It's a good Tuesday night, man. It's cold here in Georgia. I thank y'all for rocking with me. Let me see. Where are you? Where is that comment? We're going to get straight into it. I ain't going to waste no time. So let's talk about these shootings in Macon and what we can do as a community. All right. Basically, Macon, Georgia. If you don't know about Macon, Georgia is very, very high with crime. Macon, Georgia is a small city, but at the same time, it's big. It's kind of country, but it's kind of city. They're trying to turn it into a college town. And the current mayor, who he's about to get out of here in a little bit, tried to turn it into like a tourist attraction. You know what I'm saying? So over the years, it's been, I say for like about the last 12 years, they've been building up the college scene. We got Mercer College. Mercer College was low key, you know what I'm saying? More of a private school. Only certain people went there. They were known more so for like the academic side, I say. So then they got the sports side that built up. Long story short, Macon is tight. Macon is tight. Macon ain't that big. If you know one person, I'm pretty sure you know multiple people who run in that person's circle. Most people know each other here in Macon, or they've heard of each other. The problem with Macon is we all hate on each other. We all beef with each other. We all have crab in the barrel mentalities. That is the problem with Macon, Georgia. So when we see somebody trying to make it and we see somebody trying to do better for themselves, we hate on that person and we do what we can to hold them down. So we get a lot of shootings. We had some senseless shootings Thanksgiving night, early Friday morning. Whereas I want to say it was, how many people got shot? Anybody in the comments, man, if you want to drop the numbers, a lot of people got shot. Downtown Macon, Georgia. There was some shootings and some stabbings. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I don't know what was going on, but they were shooting and they were stabbing. And CJ, you're right. The animal jungle mentality. We got to get out of that. And you know what the crazy thing is? Man, Macon has whites. Macon has blacks. Macon has Asians. Macon has Mexicans. But everybody out here just trying to survive. And we hating on the next man instead of uplifting them. Because guess what? We got a lot of people who do good things in the community. We got a lot of people who try to make it out of these hoods or whatever and try to show love. But we don't show love back to that person. So when we don't show love back to them, we ain't doing nothing but hurting ourselves. Okay, Tyra, you said it was about 10 people got shot. If y'all don't know, because I got people, like I said, I got my people from Twitter who are part of the battle rap world. That's more national. And I got my people on Facebook who are here in Macon. Okay, so we got a Macon is on, I think we've had over 50 homicides. For this to be a country town / city town, it ain't big city, but it's kind of midway. We've had over 50 homicides, if I'm not mistaken. What's going on, Chanel? Chanel Boy, her birthday was today. She's in my battle rap group as well. You know what I'm saying? That's the first lady of the battle rap group. It's called the Underdogs. She got twin boys. Their birthday was today. I hope they enjoyed their day. Come on, man. 5 people shot, 2 people stabbed in one sitting. You know what I'm saying? You know, they say like you don't finish all that food in one sitting. You had 5 people shot and 2 people stabbed in one sitting. Why? Tell me why. The Thanksgiving night, people going to the club trying to enjoy themselves. If I'm too loud, let me know, because I ain't got my headphones on. I can't hear myself. You know what I'm saying? As far as audio go, I can hear myself talking, but I can't hear what y'all hear. So one night, Dre, 5 people shot, 2 people stabbed, one night. Like I said, in one sitting, all this happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Tell me, why should we hate on each other that much here in this small town? We should be trying to help each other out. We should be trying to help each other to see the light or see a better way. You got all these people down there trying to hang out. Facts. The Bird City incident. Come on, man. Said, don't forget the Bird City incident. And I personally know someone who was shot and it wasn't reported. Come on, man. I'm gonna come back to that, Tyra. You're not late. You know what I'm saying? I spent a lot of time trying to tag people. I really just started like 3 or 4 minutes ago. I spent a lot of time trying to tag people and everything. I'm just talking about my hometown of Macon. I was actually gonna do just some topics up in the air. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna talk about what's on my mind, as well as connect with y'all in the comments, and make something happen with that. So it's just, somebody in the comments put up about the shootings here in Macon. We have a lot of senseless crimes. Chanel, I done told you a lot of times that I stay in Macon, Georgia, and Macon is horrible. If y'all don't know about Macon, Macon is horrible. Macon was horrible in the 90s. It calmed down in like the early 2000s, late 90s. But then as soon as I say we got to that 2010 mark, it ramped right back up. But back to these past few weeks, man, I had somebody shooting out here in my place. You know what I'm saying? I stay in an apartment complex. It's usually quiet, especially back there in this part, because I stay by the old folks. No offense. I stay by the old folks. That's my crowd. I like my people. I stay by the old folks. And the thing about it is, I was in here on the computer, I want to say it was like last Saturday, maybe 2 weeks ago. I'm just chilling. Man, shots just started ringing out. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out here looking out the window a few minutes later, and I see the police out there talking to somebody who stayed by my apartment. So I'm like, okay, he know what happened because he out here giving details. Man, I go talk to my man, come to find out, this young girl done set up her stepdaddy. Come on, bro. This young teenage girl done set her stepdaddy up, and folks done came and shot at the apartment, man. I kid you not, man. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this type of stuff up. And I think she did it only because he disciplined her. She was in the wrong. He disciplined her. She had their man set up. They came back and shot the apartment up. Now, we all know bullets ain't got no name. Hold on, because these comments jumping. I wasn't expecting this. We all know bullets ain't got no name. You come out here, you shooting in an apartment complex. Now, you aiming at one building. Usually a building has 8 apartments in it. Ain't no telling how many people stay in each apartment. You know what I'm saying? From a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4 to a 1-bedroom, whatever. Ain't no telling how many people occupy these buildings Y'all out here just shooting at this building. Y'all already can't aim. I know you can't aim because you're young. Y'all already can't aim. Y'all shooting at somebody's building. What if y'all would have shot the wrong person? What if y'all would have shot and just hit someone's grandmother, someone's baby? I know y'all ain't coordinated. So what if y'all would have shot old girl while she was in the house and she a teenager? So y'all sitting up here trying to do this to show out and plot revenge on somebody who's grown. You know what, man? Let me not get too deep into that, man. Because that right there, it really bothers me. CJC, I'm gonna go back up in the comments. CJC, you're right. For a small town, you should be able to help each other out and support or show support. So whoever makes it out, everyone wins. That's a fact. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what is the problem with showing support to your people? Chanel, she said, that would be the city of Portsmouth here in Hampton Roads, Virginia. They have had 5 murders in the past 3 weeks, and don't nobody want to get beat up like they daddy used to. Come on, man, you wild. And Tyra, she said, and I guess she said this to you, CJ. She said, you said people are just trying to survive, but I need your explanation of survive. Surviving is killing your own. Crab in the bucket mentality is definitely it. I don't know if that was for me or CJ, but people are just trying to survive. And when I say trying to survive, what I mean is, we come from poverty. You know that, Tyra. I'm born and raised in Unionville. I used to hang in Bird City. You lived in Bird City. That's not for the rich. That's not for the wealthy. People are just going to work, trying to make money and take care of their people. We're not trying to, especially grown people. Listen, I'm in my 30s. I go to work, I come home. I do my podcast. I play my game. I spend time with my people. I try to uplift my people. I do this. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep myself busy. I ain't out in the streets trying to hurt nobody. I'm just trying to survive. That's what I mean by that. You know what I'm saying? Dre, you right. Dre is one of my best boys. Dre lived in Bird City. That's who brought me to Bird City. That's who I was hanging out with in like the 5th grade. He said we didn't grow up shooting folks. You know what I'm saying? We stayed in our own bubble. These new guys on a whole nother level. They are. Man, I watched the video earlier. I don't know what this rapper name was. It was something like Butterbean or Butterball. Or I don't know what his name was. You have to excuse me. I'm tripping. But man, they shot the man in broad daylight. We seen what happened to Mo 3 a couple weeks ago. We seen what happened to Boosie when he went down now. We seen what happened to what's my man name? Look like Murder Mook. I can't even think of his name. He got the song with Wayne. He got the song with Big Sean. He just dropped the album not too long ago. He done got shot too. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he did. Yeah, he did get shot. They tried to rob him. He got shot too. Him and Boosie got shot down there in Texas. It's that certain mentality that we got to go out of. What's up, Billy D? Said, I lived in Bird City as well. New age cats don't respect nothing but gunplay. It's twisted mentality, which it is. And that's the crazy thing. They seem like they don't understand life. They don't understand the value of life. They don't understand, even if you aren't about fighting and killing and, you know what I'm saying, whatever, the value of life is much bigger than you and I. Life is much bigger than you and I. Life is way much bigger than me. This whole little podcast thing going on or whatever, life is way much more bigger than this. Life is much bigger than driving trucks. Life is much bigger than hanging out with your boys, smoking, drinking, playing the game, watching TV, kicking it with some females or males, whatever you are. Life, Benny the Butcher. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Billy. Because I'm having a brain for them. I wasn't expecting to get into this, but I seen her comment and I'm jumping into it. I'm kind of rambling. But life is bigger than just hating on somebody. And you know what? I'll get into that real quick. The generation before didn't show and teach them better. I'm going to be real with you. My generation, the generation before me, we tried, but we have a problem to where when people don't open up and accept what we're trying to teach them, we turn and we say, you know what, I'm going to stop trying. It ain't that we didn't try at all, because I know I tried. I know I tried certain things with certain people, and I still try. That's the reason for this podcast, to reach people, to help people, to make people understand that there are other ways than what we're already taught. Um, I know I tried with certain people. You know what I'm saying? I done tried to mentor before. I done been in a mentorship. I had a guy who I was talking to the other day. He was talking about the mentorship Mr. Hambershaw used to do. I was a part of that. Or Dr. Role Model. I was a part of that. The Boy Scouts, I was a part of that. You know what I'm saying? I've tried, people before me have tried, but if we don't succeed that first time, it's okay to try again. And that applies to every aspect of life. So if you're trying to reach out to a young brother or young brothers or whatever, young females or whatnot, if they don't accept you, don't pass over them. Keep trying. Keep trying. And you know what? The cycle has to be broken. And that's what I'm saying. The cycle has to be broken. You can't stay comfortable. You have to grow up. Maturity is something that's needed. A lot of people these days, they lack maturity. I know when we were younger, Tyra, people like you, y'all tried to tell us to be more mature. Y'all tried to tell us to be better versions of ourselves. Y'all used to try to lead us in the right direction. One thing I do see these days, a lot of people, they don't tell this youth this day or these days to be mature. That's one thing I will say that I do see. They don't tell people to be mature. They don't tell them to be better versions of themselves. The current version of the world that we live in, a lot of people just want to have fun. A lot of people just want to wake up and do what they do and just have fun while doing it. There's nothing wrong with having fun. There's nothing wrong with hanging out. There's nothing wrong with, whatever you do on the side. There's nothing wrong with it. But when you go to hurting and killing people, then there's a problem. When you go to tearing people down, there's a problem. When you go to breaking people down, there's a problem with that. And like I said, the current generation of adults, they aren't like the generation when I was a child. Like I said, man, we had that village raises a child mentality. It takes a village. Now it's like everybody's just in their own world. Everybody's just in their own bubble. They're only studying themselves. They're not studying anybody else. Joker said the younger brothers don't appreciate their older bros. Now that could be a fact too. We do need more programs. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna get to some of these solutions. We need more programs. Like I said, we had a Dr. Role Model, Boy Scouts. We had the mentorships and different things. I know all y'all remember DARE. I know some of y'all remember 4-H, the Big Help. All these different programs that kids could get into. Well, I remember when I hit my teenage years out in Bird City. Dre, you can attest to this. They got to a point where they didn't want people to have like swimming pools, basketball goals. They didn't want us to have anything recreational out there at the apartments. I didn't live there. I just hung there. But I remember coming to my homeboy Dre house. We used to go over to Twan house. We used to go to Gary house or whatever. And they wanted us to take down the basketball globe. They wanted us to take down. What's good, Pawn? Let me get to this. They wanted us to take down the basketball goal. They wanted us to take down the outdoor, the pools. They wanted us to take down the trampolines. They didn't want us to have anything to do. So once you take away that, but you still got people hanging out, guess what they're going to resort to? Trouble. They're going to resort to trouble. So I don't know about the current programs that we may or may not have here, but I know that it can't be that many. I know that they need to implement some. What's going on, Palm, man? What's good with you, bro? Chanel should say you're right, but there's also a point you have to be honest with yourself and understand everybody learn different. Some can listen and some can listen and learn, and some have to make the mistake to grow, learn from them. Okay, you're right. Everyone does learn different. Some people can listen. Some people are hands-on where they're visual learners. Some people actually have to go and put their hands on. Some people can just look at something and say, okay, this is what's need to be done. I can go out there and do it. You're absolutely right. So another thing that we can do as a solution, we need to understand that everyone's different. When I say that, what I mean is don't be afraid of someone who's different from you. Just like you just said, everyone learns different, everyone acts different as well. Everyone reacts different. Everyone lives their life in a different way. So if I'm walking and I'm walking on the left side of the road, I see somebody walking the same direction on the right side of the road, I may critique them because they're doing what I'm doing, but they're doing it differently. I know that's a crazy example, but bear with me. Um, it's the same thing with rap. There are so many different styles of rap. There's so many different styles of singing, different notes you can hit. But when someone does it and you're not familiar with it, you may say that they're not doing it good. So we have to accept everyone, no matter if they're black, white, brown, green, yellow, Italian, American, um, Mexican, whatever. We have to accept that they're different, whether they're tall, short, fat, skinny, whatever. We have to accept people. You know what I'm saying? It's about acceptance. Don't think that someone's crazy because they're different from you. Don't think that don't think that someone's an enemy because they don't look like you. Don't think that they're an enemy because they grew up on another side of town than you. Let me see. This generation thing just because they've reached their 20s to 30s, they are grown, but don't have their priorities in order. That's a fact. I was the same way, just like most people. Most people think when they get 18, most people think when they first hit that legal age, I'm grown. I can go into clubs, I can drink, I can smoke, I can hang out to a certain time. But they don't have a lick of knowing what responsibility is. You know what I'm saying? Um, let me see. Yeah, Dre, we had trampolines, played basketball in the backyard, all these things we did in the 90s and 2000 kept us out the way. But remember, Dre, all of a sudden they wanted us to take that stuff down. I know you remember, bro. I know because I know your memory. I know you remember. Shoot, you were one of the houses, bro. Dre had a pool. Dre had a trampoline. You know what I'm saying? Dre's house was the hangout spot. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too thick, but shoot, I know I can go over there and chill. You know what I'm saying? You're right. Agree to disagree and keep it moving. But we also get into a point to where people, even if you can't agree to disagree, at least take in knowledge from the opposing party. We're going to get a little technical with it. You know what I'm saying? If you're talking to someone and y'all don't agree on a topic or a subject, hear that person out. Don't just turn your ears off. Don't turn your mind off. Hear that person out because the things that they may know, you may not know. So guess what? You can take in that knowledge from those people and apply it to your life because no one person knows everything. You'll never know everything, bro. He said, I'm good and I think they set us up to fail, whether it be education or the surroundings. Plus, it ain't cool to be positive. It ain't cool unless it's a stereotype that has to change. Now, that, my man, that is a fact. Listen, I live in Macon. Like I keep stressing, Macon, Georgia. Macon, Georgia is, man, I love my city, dog. That's why I ain't left yet. But Macon, Georgia ain't no good. I live in a city where the people in charge, I say, they mainly focus on the north side of town. I live in West Macon right now, and I've been living in West Macon for majority of my life. West Macon used to thrive. We had the Macon Mall over here. The Macon Mall was one of the biggest indoor malls in Georgia, and that's comparing to all cities and counties. The Macon Mall was one of the biggest in Georgia. But guess what happened? Man, we didn't appreciate it. People used to go out there to fight. Teenagers used the Macon Mall to be a meetup spot to fight. You know how it used to be, okay, we'll fight at the school. It stopped being about that. Them folks started using the Macon Mall to meet up and fight. And them folks got tired of it. So guess what? Businesses started leaving. All the businesses started going to the north side. What's up, Sharita? Man, they're one of my greatest friends right there, man. What's up, Sharita, man? You know I love you too. Hope y'all doing all right. I hope your family doing good. You, your husband, your children. I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everybody is being blessed and safe. Um, but the west side of Macon, we were thriving. Man, when I was young, I ain't had no car. Man, I used to walk down the street. Everything was down here. Popeyes, we still got Popeyes. Um, the Macon Mall, we had an old Charlie's. We had multiple Subways. We had all kind of businesses over here. Man, we had a media play. I remember growing up, we had two movie theaters over here, two on the west side of Macon. We had one by the mall and we had one in Westgate. By the time I hit a teenager, both of them were gone. We had a Walmart over there in Westgate. By the time I hit teenage, that was gone. Now we still got a Walmart over here on the west side, but it's not in Westgate. Westgate is gone down here. They trying to do something completely different with that. Now, with that being said, everything they're focusing most things on the north side of Macon. You know what I'm saying? All the businesses, JC, Penney gone, Sears, all that gone. They don't move everything to the north side of Macon. The north side of Macon has an outdoor mall, so it's a walk around mall. It's like the kind of like the Lennox Mall or whatever. It's outdoor. Whereas the Macon Mall used to be able to park and walk into a big building, and you can do whatever. We had the food court. We had upstairs, downstairs, escalators, elevators. Man, you had multiple game stores, Finish Line, Foot Locker, Foot Action, Kids Foot Locker. You had multiple shoe stores. You had multiple clothing stores. All that gone. They tore down half of the mall. The other half is just where the old folks go and just walk around. The old folks go in the morning time just to get their exercise in. They get their cardio in. And we still got a few restaurants in the food court. Man, we had a food court with I want to say we had over like 20 to 30 restaurants in the Macon Mall. And we had the arcade, Dre. That's a fact. We had the arcade, Dre. That's a fact. That was my hangout spot, or one of my hangout spots. The arcade, you know what I'm saying? I used to skip school and go to the arcade. That's a fact. Had the arcade, Dre. That's gone. Well, and it's sad because, like I said, the point of it is they're building mostly North Macon. That's only 25% of Macon. What are the other 75% of Macon going to do? You got the East, you got the South, you got the West. So what are they going to do? We're just going to sit around? No, we're going to go to the North side. But what's up, Lan? That's my sister. What's up, Lan? You say you worked there and hung out at the mall, arcade, and carousel. We had the carousel. Maybe we had the carousel inside the mall. You know what I'm saying? The Macon Mall was thumping. But like I say, everything I moved to the north side. And I'm not fortunate enough to live there. I ain't saying I can't afford it, but I don't live there. My address isn't the north side of Macon. We had the skate rink. We had the skate rink on the west side. What's up, Phaedra? We had the skate rink on the west side. The skate rink closed. They closed about, I want to say about 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. I think about 3. They ain't been too long closed. And it's like we don't have anything over here. The east side ain't got nothing. The south side ain't got nothing. It ain't nothing but trouble. I can't call it land. What's good, man? I'm just talking to the people. Like I say, I ain't got no guests. I'm just on here running my mouth. What my man said, being as though I'm a gamer as well as musician, that kept me out of trouble for the most part. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that arcade used to be so packed. You know, people just in there trying to play the game, trying to escape. You know what I'm saying? The Macon Mall, period, used to be packed. Man, hundreds of people, if not thousands, would be at the Macon Mall on a Saturday. Friday, Saturday. Man, the Macon Mall used to jump. But like I said, everybody left. All the stores are gone. Either they relocated to the north side of town or they left Macon, and now Macon is just the north side and downtown. I forgot to include downtown because, like I said, the mayor, he wanted to bring that nightlife. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to up the nightlife. They wanted to make it seem like a place where tourists can come and where the college students can hang out, and it'll be a safe place for them. But You still forget about the west side. You still forget about the south side. You still forget about the east side. So when you leave those sides of towns out, those people don't have anything to do. They resort to violence. When people who are already living in poverty feel like they're being left out, they start committing crime. They already commit crime to begin with, but they start committing more crime amongst themselves. And then it spreads to your side of town where you don't want us at. So come on, man. We got a new mayor supposed to be coming in. I hope he does better. He's supposed to be no, man. Listen, I'm just a messenger, man. It's only so much I can do. I'm not that political. I tell my sister that all the time. I'm not that political. I only know certain things. You know what I'm saying? I don't know everything that goes on behind the scenes. I know what I would like, and I know what my people are telling me in this comments, what they would like and what they're experiencing. But as far as the whole making, I don't know if I can represent the whole making, baby. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I know what I would like. You know what? Since I said that, I would like a more peaceful Macon, Georgia. I would like Macon, Georgia, where all sides of towns are created equal. And that may sound very cliche, you know what I'm saying? But I would like a Macon, Georgia, where I can come outside of my apartment and not go far to go shopping. Instead of driving to the other side of town, I got to drive all the way to the north side. It's kind of like going to a new city just to do any shopping. That's a fact. Peaceful, yes. Because like I said, I live on the west side. They were shooting out here a couple weeks ago. They were shooting downtown Thanksgiving night. They were shooting in Bird City. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of hearing gunshots. I'm tired of when I see these young guys, I gotta say, okay, is he finna try somebody? You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily me, but maybe even somebody at the store. We used to have actual programs, and you know what we talked about that we used to have actual programs for young people to be involved in. You could apply through the mayor's office and get a summer job. There were things to keep us busy. There are no things to keep people busy now besides being online. But guess what? That being online, it doesn't equate to actually getting out and doing something with your hands. Being online doesn't equate to you getting out and making money, unless you're making money online, of course. But a lot of times when people play games online all day, they ain't doing nothing. What's good? What's good, Rico? And my boy Rico from Battle Route 2, you know what I'm saying? Get comfortable, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be on here too much longer, maybe like 30 more minutes. Just depend on y'all. If y'all want to keep the conversation going, the discussion going, we can get with it. Throw some stuff out there, we'll talk about it. But right now we're talking about making Macon a better place. I don't want y'all to get me, you know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to have me misunderstood or whatever. Yeah, come in, get comfortable, drop a like, drop a heart, drop a subscribe if you're on the YouTube. Drop a share, retweet it, whatever you need to do. Just show some love. I'm just trying to get this open discussion. We're going to do more of these, and it's going to be more organized in the future. I know I'm just rambling, but I'm going to go back to something, you know, another thing I would want for Macon, I would want more unity. See, once I get enough money, I will invest a building to create an arcade. We need that. We need rec centers. We need more programs for kids and for the youth generation to thrive. That's a fact. We do need more of that. The craziest thing is here in Macon, sure, we got multiple rec centers on each side of town, if I'm not mistaken. At least one on each side of town. What's going on, Claire? We got multiple rec centers. And the crazy thing is, I know with COVID, it's kind of hard to go to these places. And then it's wintertime now, or it's about to be wintertime. It's cold out, so people ain't going to be wanting to do that. But the crazy thing is, before COVID, man, the little children were killing these centers. Unionville would be packed. You know what I'm saying? The Bloomfield Gym used to be packed. The little parks that we have a lot of parks here in Macon. You know what I'm saying? We got Central City, we got Tatnall, we got Emerson. These places are packed with people. But outside of those things, we do need the programs back. Bring back the programs, bro. Bring the programs back. Give these children something to do. Give these young adults something to do. And you know what another problem is here in Macon? The Another problem is the only thing that they have to look forward to is going to the club. So if you're a teenager and you're watching your 18, 19, 20, 30-year-old cousin, auntie, whatever, they're going to the club every Friday and Saturday. Shoot, they might go to the club on Wednesday. But you're watching them go to the club, and guess what you turn around and do? When you get old enough, you want to go to the club. Let's give these children something to look forward to. Besides going to the club, besides fighting, besides shooting each other, besides joining a gang, besides just hanging out, let's give them something real to get, you know what I'm saying? Let's give them something real to get into, something real to look forward to. Let me get my mic right. Let's give them something real to look forward to, because they honestly don't have anything to look forward to. When they get out of school, they do their little homework, they play their game. Shoot, it's time to go have some fun. It's time to go get into some trouble. My man Jiggy John said, unite with other people from Macon, clean the street, invest in Macon, feed the homeless in Macon, give gifts to the poor people in Macon, just to start. Now, here's the thing. There are plenty of people who do that. But the thing about Macon is small, but it also is big to where you still are missing out on a lot of people. I had one of my guests on here. I want to say my guest from like a month ago, Gerard. He was in the comments not too long ago. Gerard has a program. He's not even from Macon. He's from Atlanta. He has a program where they give back to the community. I want to say it's called the melanated community stimulated project. I want to say that's what it's called. I always get mixed up on the letters, but it's the MCSP or whatever, and they give back to the community. That's what they do. They feed the homeless. They do drives. They give back for going back to school. That's what they do. Derek James, and I ain't gonna lie, I don't explain to the people in the comments as well as myself who Derek James is, Claire, because I don't know exactly who that is. Claire was another guest on my podcast. You can only help so much as long as you do your part. That's all you can do. That's a fact too. That is a fact. Another thing that I learned, we got a rundown Pizza Hut. The Pizza Hut just closed, I want to say, with the pandemic. Pizza Hut on Spring Street. From my understanding, the homeless people are living inside the building. This place is run down. They probably ain't got no power, probably ain't got no running water. The homeless people done made their way into the Pizza Hut and they're living in there. That's another problem we have, the homeless. If you go downtown Macon, you are going to see a lot of homeless people. We had an incident. I want to say it was this spring, maybe early summer, where it was involving two homeless people, if I'm not mistaken, or two people who may be like drug addicts. And the homeless guy was having sex with the lady, but she was dead. Someone called the police on this guy, saying that, okay, I see two people having sex out in the public. They get out there, the lady's dead. And this homeless man is just having a way at this dead body out on the front of a property. Downtown Macon. The homeless people who are down there, they're forgotten about, you know what I'm saying? They're drug addicts. Some of them are. I can't say that for all of them. Some of them are. They don't have much to look forward to. And they're resorting to doing stuff like that. All of them hang out together. If you ever go down in the Central City Park, you go to the store before Central City Park, or on your way out of Central City Park, they're all down there. They hang out in a big group. They're all down there in a herd. Okay, you said 3 gentlemen you just tagged have programs. You said Carl Myers, Sir Man, and Hope Child. They have programs. Okay. Hopefully they'll come in, man, and put something in the comments, man. Let's talk. I'm open to dialogue. Honestly, if they want to mic up and turn their camera on, they can be a guest. Matter of fact, anybody want to mic up, turn their camera on, man. You want to talk, I'll give you the floor, man. Yeah, Dre, it happened, dude. It happened. Like, having sex with a dead woman. Ain't no telling what happened before she died. And it's like, bro, these people are hanging out. Like I said, if you lead that marathon, they're right up. I've seen them behind the marathon. It ain't much space behind the marathon. It's like the marathon is right here in this hand, and it's a hill right there in that hand. They be hanging out in the little cut right there behind the marathon. It's a bridge next to the marathon. They hang under the bridge. It's a bridge across the street by the old Macon Telegraph. They hang over there. They hang at the Pizza Hut. They hang at the exits. When you get ready to get off the interstate right now, they're at the exit. What'd you say, Jake? When I lived in Georgia, I remember how bad it was. Yeah. Let me clear my throat. I'm sorry about that. It was horrible down here. Carl Myers, what's going on, my man? I want to say, yeah, Claire tagged you. If you have a program, Carl, from my understanding, you may have a program that's giving back to the community. If you have a program, put it on the screen so people can know about it. If you want to come up and talk about it, or if you just want to just listen, it's fine. But if you want to get in the comment and engage everyone else, that's fine too. That's another fact. We've had incidents at Walmart. Dre, that's a different kind of low right there. You never know the next person's intentions. That's a fact. You never know what someone's intention is or intentions are. You never know what they've gone through, what they are going through, what they have been through, or what they will go through. Let's see. Fathers Among Men is another organization in the community. They've been very active with young men, teaching life skills and more. Okay, so there you go with that. You got the Fathers Among Men. I think one of the problems is exposure. So some of these programs don't have the proper exposure. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the right team pushing their brand. They don't have the right eyes on them. Okay, Carl, we have manhood camps every Saturday. Drop the name of what you have going on, the location, the time. This could be beneficial to somebody because it's by tomorrow there will have been hundreds of people who have watched this. I'm sorry about that. There will have been hundreds of people who have watched this by tomorrow, just on Facebook alone. So drop the names and everything in the chat. I'm gonna put it on the screen and people will be able to watch this. That's a fact. We expose the negatives, but never expose the positive. That's another thing I want to touch on. That's something that I talk to a lot of my people about. The current world that we live in, people, let me see, I want to get the right words. We praise the negative. We live in a country that was supposed to have been built off of Christianity. I am a Christian. I'm a Christian male. I don't knock any other religions. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, some tortilla chips before I got on here. Them things coming back on me. I don't knock any other religions. Let me get right. I don't knock any other religions. I don't knock any other practices. As long as it has a good meaning behind it. I was raised Christian though, and I am a Christian man. However, I live in a country that was supposed to have been built as a Christian-based country. And at the current state that it's in the furthest place from Christianity that it could be in. It has nothing to do with Christianity. We praise sex, we praise money, we praise violence, we praise anything that is negative, like my man said. Let me put this on the screen. My man said 524 Bartlett Street. It's the Father Among Men. We was just on the news. Okay. Look, anybody watching this, 524 Bartlett Street, Father Among Men. If you want to get your people into a mentorship, you know what I'm saying, that'll be a good place for them to go. I'm gonna make it a little lighter mood. Next show, bring me on Monday, Mike. I got to do a world tour. Guess what, homeboy? That's a no. No, they're my nephew. That's my Twitter nephew, my battle rap nephew right there, man. We kind of adopted him. Shoot, you're more than welcome, dog. Derek James, what's up, man? What's good with you? I want to say Claire tagged you as well. She did. Basically, Derek, man, we in here talking about making the city of Macon better. And even outside of the city of Macon, I just live in Macon. So I'm giving my experiences here in Macon and what we go through as a city. And that's just where we are with that. And Claire tagged you. And from what she said, you have a program. If you do, drop it in there. Carl said we just did a small business expo, and Derek James has a monthly variety show and spoken word. Okay, so that's what Derek does. Yeah, Derek, put your information in the comments. I'll put it on the screen. People are gonna be able to see this. Same thing that I just did with Carl. I'm gonna put it back on the screen. Anybody watching this, anybody that will watch this, if you want to get your young people into some type of mentorship, 524 Bartlett Street. If you have a way for people to reach you, Carl, put that in there as well, man, and I'll put that on the screen. You just put a long comment, but we're going to get to it. I agree with Dre. You have churches. You have people like Anita Ponder, Turkey Gillbacks, but some of the publicity that they get is like competition. Some people don't like to be in the spotlight, but if you're trying to help people, don't be ashamed. Sometimes you have to start out small, reaching people. That's a fact. That's another reason for this podcast. That's another reason why I go live every Tuesday. I'm trying to build that consistency. I've only been doing this for like 2 months, but this is to spread awareness. Now, this podcast is not just centered around giving back to Macon, but it's about uplifting people and showing people that they can become business owners, entrepreneurs, or they can just have a better way than what they're used to. The people I have on here, they drop gems, they drop game, they drop knowledge, all for free. This is free. I pay for the platform. I bring it to the people for free. That's a way of giving back. So if anybody watching this want to get on and promote Mike Ryder Talks, hit me up. I'm on Facebook. My podcast has a Facebook page. My podcast has an Instagram page. I'm on YouTube. All of it is Mike Ryder Talks. I have an email that I just started. Email me for booking at mrydertalks@gmail.com. That's MRYDER talks@gmail.com. Anyway, being a Christian means nothing if you don't have a good heart. And see, that goes hand in hand with what I'm saying. The country was supposed to be built off of Christianity, but the people who are leading it, they promote violence. They promote negativity because it's truly, if we're going to be honest, this is a capitalist society. Capitalism rules. So with capitalism comes the dollar. Someone's going to make the dollar. Someone's going to spend the dollar. What are you, a buyer or a seller? Are you a consumer? And that's what they bank off of. And to be a consumer, you have to consume. So what are you consuming? Most people are consuming negativity. It's part of the brainwashing that they do. Most people are consuming negativity. Me personally, I listen to rap music all day, every day. I listen to it, but I don't live my life based on it. But you have young, impressionable guys and girls who listen to that stuff. They listen to the City Girls. They listen to Meg Thee Stallion. They listen to Benny the Butcher, like I mentioned him earlier. You know what I'm saying? These people promote violence, and I ain't knocking none of them. If y'all see my podcast for whatever reason, I ain't knocking y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's all art. But at the same time, we got to start showing these people that it's a better way. Let's see, because I'm missing a lot of these comments. Said Derek James hosts events providing an alternate form of entertainment and a safe environment, along with providing opportunities for business owners. I'm sorry. But that's the thing. Is he getting exposure? Is he getting a proper push? Because a lot of times, I'm going to tell you about them algorithms too, and this is what I'm learning. And y'all know this just as well as I do. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. If you post something positive, you won't get that many likes. If you don't get that many likes, it won't get pushed out to a lot of people. But if you post something negative, half-naked women, money, the money phone up to your ear, if you post something like that, guess what? You'll get a lot of likes. You'll get a lot of eyes on your stuff. So I'm pretty sure what he's doing is probably not getting the exposure that it could get. And it may do. I don't know about it. But 9 times out of 10, if he's doing something positive, it's not getting the exposure that someone negative is getting. I saw something the other day. I posted it on Twitter. It was a battle rap blogger. He posted the newspaper. And in the newspaper, it was an article about people who were available to get funding, who are eligible to get funding. I'm sorry, I'm trying to go off top of the dome. They were eligible to get funding. People who probably didn't know that they could get this money through the government. But that was in a small section of the newspaper, very small section. But the headline, guess what? It was negativity. The headline ain't have nothing to do with nothing. But the little small area that he posted, it was on the back. And that was the positive part. You know what I'm saying? Derek says, we're here to do the same, brother. I'm pretty much the voice of team. I need to link up with you because, like I said, with this platform, what I do every Tuesday, I interview different guests. I have different entrepreneurs, small business owners, you know, like you said, the same thing. So maybe you can come on here or I can come over there to you guys and we can, or even if you don't come on here, we can at least talk and build. You get what I'm saying? We have a pathway to manhood camp Saturday. Come and volunteer. We always need more men. I can consider that. I'm not going to lie to you, Fred. I can see about that. Carl Myers said, would love to do an interview with you, bro. Also planning a press conference with the news next week, Wednesday at 1. What outlet are you going to do, Carl? Like which one? You know what I'm saying? We got 13, we got 24, we got 41. Which one you going to reach out to? Or are you going to try to reach out to all of them? He said, if you need any help, bro, we got you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Because I'm fairly new to this. I've been doing this podcast now for about 2 months, almost 3 months on a consistent basis. I've interviewed a lot of people from around the Macon area, and I'm starting to reach out to people who are outside of the Macon area, just trying to wake people up, trying to get more eyes on the platform, as well as get more eyes on those people who I interview. I got a lot of interviews in the tuck that I can drop and that I am going to drop. Oh, that's Zay. Zay was supposed to be my guest for the night, man, but he said he had a busy night. It's all good, bro. If you want to come on, let me know. Drop a comment, let me know. We can still do this thing. I ain't got nothing going on right now. My phone ain't ringing. I'm good. If you want to come on, let me know and we can talk about some things, bro. It'll be impromptu because I had a whole setup that was gonna be. I do it specialized for my guests, but I expected no guest. So if you want to come on, drop it in the comments, bro. We'll get it. We can come on up. There says I have a podcast too. There says the sore thumb theory. That's a fact. Then you dropped your website. Please visit www.fathersamongmen.com as well as the Facebook page. So I'm pretty sure the Facebook page is the same thing as the website, which is the same thing as the title of your organization, Fathers Among Men. Anybody looking at this, visit that website. Hit them up on Facebook. I'm going to make sure I take that down. Well, I ain't even got to take it down because I got the footage. I'm going to go back and, you know what I'm saying? Rico, appreciate that, man. I rock with Rico personally. You know what I'm saying? I know him from the battle rap community, but I rock with him personally, man. Nothing but love for this man. He don't do the only thing Rico does is support. That's all he do. I don't know where he be at. He might be on the beach. He's supporting everybody who he knows. He's supporting them. And I can attest to that. FathersAmongMen.org. Then that's the jot form. If you don't know what a jot form is, it's just pretty much like a Google form that you just fill out. They're going to take your information. It's just a way to process stuff. So take that link down. If you watch this, you want to get into that, hit that link for the jot form. Hit that link for the website. Take this information down. And like I said, jot form, don't be afraid of it. Some people ain't never heard of it. Shoot, I ain't hear about it until this year. 32 years old. And once I did one, I was like, man, that was pretty simple. So it's tailored to each organization or business, and they make it, you know what I'm saying? It's just pretty much like a questionnaire. Say use them tags for your videos, Mike. Um, that's a fact. I do tag, like when I go into the descriptions, I use tags, but YouTube done started evolving. If you're talking about YouTube wise anyway, YouTube done started evolving. They got some stuff that they're changing, and I'm doing a lot of homework every day. This is like going to school again. I do a lot of homework every day to figure out about this whole YouTube process because they got a whole algorithm, and the tags help with the algorithm. But then they done started putting up a message saying that they don't help. Like they're telling you themselves, YouTube, the tags really don't really help. So I'm like, what do you have them for if they're not going to be useful? We have a men's ministry called Just Us. It's for any young men, you know, a grown man. I'll let you know when we can start back up or when we start back up. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're talking about it, Little Rock. Little Rock is my home church. I grew up going to Little Rock Baptist Church, man. That was a good place. I ain't gonna lie to you. Um, Good memories there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, not just description at the bottom, go to tags. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm telling you, bro. Like, man, I wish I could. I know I'm in the middle of a show right now, but when I get finished, I'm gonna make it my business to screenshot what they done started doing in the YouTube studio. It's a description above tag. When you click on tag, it tells you it does minimal to help your video. Like the tags are pretty much useless, bro. I'm telling you this. Man, they don't started changing. I don't know what they're doing or why they're doing it, but they're changing a lot of the policies with YouTube. Well, I ain't even gonna say I don't know what they're doing. They're trying to make it harder on you. It's just like anything else. They make it harder on you to survive or to make it. Um, I was trying to see if I could hear back from Zay, see if he was gonna come back on. Any more comments, man? If y'all want to talk about something, man, just throw a topic out there. We can talk. We can talk, man. I'm in here. I'm waiting on Zay. If he tell me he want to get on, I'll let him on, man. We'll have a show. If you don't want to get on, it's all good. I'm still gonna rock out for the next few minutes until y'all get tired of me. I'm pretty sure some of y'all are already tired of me. I know there was, whatever, but anyway. So I guess I'll tell y'all a little bit more about me while we wait on Zay or whoever else. Of course, y'all know me as Mike Ryder. My real name is Michael Hill. You know what I'm saying? I'm 32 years of age, born and raised here in Macon. I'm a Macon night. Macon is a great city. It used to be better. It could be better. We have a lot of crime here. That's a fact. But it's the same thing they're doing to Twitch. They're making it harder for gamers or content creators to make money. That's it. Because they understand that people started going over there to them to make money. It used to, when it first started, it was easy to get on Twitch or YouTube to make money. But they saw that everybody started running over there, and then you start having problems in the community, but because the YouTube community is its own little thing. So you start having problems in the YouTube community. We got to make it hard on you. You got to get 4,000 hours of watch time. You have to have 4,000 hours of your videos watched and 1,000 subscribers before you can start making money on your channel. And that has to happen in a year, if I'm not mistaken. If that doesn't happen in a year span, those numbers don't mean anything. So they're making it very, very, very hard on you. But anyway, like I said, I'm 32, man, born and raised here in Macon. Mike Ryder, I love podcasts. That's what made me get into the podcast. I've been watching podcasts for a few years now. I watched Joe Budden. I watched Joe Rogan. I watch Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. We can get into that Tyson fight too. I know I'm 3 days late, but we can get into that too if y'all want to, because that was a show. You with it? I'll send you an invite real quick. I'm gonna inbox you an invite real quick then. Let me see. Let me grab my other phone. But yeah, I watch podcasts. Um, I watch podcasts, man. Like I said, Mike Tyson, Joe Rogan, Joe Button, $1 million worth of game with Gilly. I like podcasting. I like video games. You know what I'm saying? I like all kinds of things. And I listen to a lot of different podcasts as well as I like to help people. So I was like, you know what? Let me combine the two. Because I have been telling myself, you know what, Mike, let's get this podcast going. You can start a podcast and connect with the people. You can be a voice for the people who don't have a voice. You know what I'm saying? Well, my man Zay, I'm gonna go ahead and send you. I'm about to inbox this to you, Zay, and we can get on here and go on and talk. You know what I'm saying? Just impromptu. It ain't even gonna be. I just sent the invite. Get in here when you can. I see you. I'll add you to the stream. I'm gonna get my headphones too because I'm gonna have to be able to hear you. But yeah. I like video games. I like podcasts. I like cooking. I like working out. I like making money. I like helping people. I actually like working on. You know what I'm saying? I love anything to do with food. Like I said, I like cooking. Shoot, I like to go to the grocery store. I like to break things down. And when I say that, I like to look at all the small details in everything. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what makes every and anything unique and beautiful as it is, the smaller details, not the bigger things that everyone else pays attention to. I like to watch, listen, and pay attention to the smaller things. What's going on, Helena? A few years ago, I donated to her. I donated to her. I do the giving back as well. My boy Pawn said Joe Button podcast. I watch No Frills. I watch Nori. Drink Champs. Drink Champs is one of the best podcasts. $1 million worth of games. Drink Champs is one of the best podcasts. But I give y'all a little bit more about me. Like I said, I give back. I remember the first time I gave back to the homeless. I was about 24, maybe about 23. And I paid for Thanksgiving. Me and my sister had lived together. Me, my sister, and my mom. I paid for Thanksgiving. I made sure I bought extra food. Now, I didn't cook at that time. I didn't know how to cook that good. But my mom and them, they prepare extra food. And I took the extra plates and I just rolled around and started giving it to the homeless. Matter of fact, it was the same homeless who were hanging in front of the Pizza Hut on Spring Street. I stopped right there. I thought I was a boss. You know what I'm saying? I was a young man. I just gave these people plates. Just out the back seat of the Honda. I was driving my sister Honda. I ain't even have a car at the time. I grabbed her keys, hopped in the Honda, man. I hit the road, giving out plates. I stopped right there. I went to Central City Park. Thanksgiving. Like I said, that had to be 8-9 years ago. Giving them plates. And I probably gave out about 7 plates, I think it was. Just off the strength of, just a little work I did or whatever, made extra money, the extra food, gave out plates. Wasn't that hard about it? Let me see what my man's at. I also I do fundraisers. You know what I'm saying? I usually sell chocolate every year. I usually sell like the little dollar chocolate bars. Man, those things be so good. And I usually take that money and give back. I don't pay for people's Christmas. I don't wrote checks to strangers. Just, hey, you know what I'm saying? I see that you're in a certain situation. This is what I want to do for you. This is God told me to do this for you. I ain't know this person. I wasn't trying nothing underhanded. I wasn't trying nothing out the way with this person. I just looked out for this person. That was it. Another instance when I gave back. I'm not doing it this year. I opted out of this year only because of the coronavirus, and I just had some things going on personally. Matter of fact, I got my guest in the building.